guys, today is going to be my handbag collection video. I know many of you were waiting for this, so thank you so much for being patient. And here it is finally. I'm going to walk you guys through every one of my handbags. Before we get started, just a little bit about myself. I am 24 years old. I started collecting handbags about 2 or 3 years ago at the end of my college career, because that's like, you know, when I first started to have a little bit of money to buy all the handbags I really wanted. I'm sure I'll receive a lot of dislikes for basically no reason, so if you like videos of this kind, make sure you like it so I will do more of its own kind in the future. I basically divided my handbags into like bigger handbags and smaller ones. I will start with the small ones and then work our way to the big ones. For each handbag, I'll tell you a little bit of how I got it, why I got it, and how it's wearing. I know a lot of people look at handbag videos for reference, how it looks, so I'll make sure to give them as much on camera time as possible. But if you have any questions about any specific wearing questions or anything, leave them in the comments. I will get back to you. But in terms of like sizing, dimensions, you can find all of those online. I would try to link every handbag, or if it's like most similar kind that I can find, in the description bar as well, so you can find out like the prices or, you know, like dimensions or anything like that, what it's available for purchase right now. Okay, so let's just start with my most recent purchase. If you follow me, if you follow my channel, if you follow my vlogs, you would have seen this already. This is my latest purchase. This is the Voci Antigona. By the way, I get a lot of hate for saying it Antigona. I mean, I choose to say it Antigona. I know a lot of people say Antigona. I say it Antigona because the Greek mythology character. I purchased this bag in March. Yes, I purchased this bag like last month in March in Paris in the Printemps department store. This is the mini size. Color of this is sable, which means sand in English. It has silver hardware. I really like the leather strap. The leather strap is adjustable, but it's not detachable, just like my medium Antigona. I fell in love with this bag when I first saw it in the store. It was just, I didn't expect to buy it because I don't have a huge handbag collection, as you will see, so I never expected myself to buy the same handbag in a different size. Like, that wasn't in my mind. I thought I would buy like other handbags before I would buy another one. But when I tried it on, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I didn't expect myself to. What I really liked actually was the leather strap. The way it laid on my shoulder, it looked so effortless and so casual that I really just fell in love with the bag. I like the size of this bag on my body as well. It's not too small, but it's definitely not too big at all. So it's very, very casual. I thought it's perfect for summer and winter because I love having a huge coat and a small bag, but in the summertime, I don't like hauling around a big bag with me either. And you'll see I like really love mini bags, and it actually is very, very roomy. I don't have much in it right now, but it can fit a lot. It fits more than my Alma BB, which I'll get into later. It definitely fits more than my Valentino. It can fit a lot, like a lot. You can fit a lot. But I've said in the past, I don't like to put a lot in small bags because I don't want it to be hanging too low. And I really like how it's just like the tiny baby version of my medium bag. So yeah, I really like this. It is the pebble leather. This is goat skin. There is one zipper compartment on one side. It's fairly small. I don't really keep anything in there, maybe something very important. And there's like one elastic thing here you can put your lip product in, and then another pocket. It's basically identical to the larger size. It's just smaller. It's super, super cute. Next to it, it's like a baby. Okay, so the next handbag I've actually gotten a lot more questions about recently. I think it's something that not a lot of people online have, so it's very hard to find resources for it, especially reference videos or posts. And I'm talking about the Valentino, usually known as the glam lock bag, because there is a lock right here in the front. This is what this bag looks like. It does have like a metal chain. It is also a mini bag. I have it in the color light pink, which is super beautiful. It's this very soft pink color. I got this bag pretty recently as well. Within the last year, I purchased this in October when I was taking a trip to Tokyo. I also vlogged that trip and I did a little bit of a reveal when I came back from that trip in my Asia haul. So you can see this bag in that video as well, but I only briefly talked about it. This is a very small bag. It's much smaller in comparison to the last Intigna, and the chain is actually shorter as well. When I wear this bag on the shoulder, it hits just right where my hip is, and I love the chain here. I think someone asked me before that if this gets uncomfortable when you're wearing it, does like dig into my shoulder? Not really, unless you put a ton of stuff in your bag, which I don't recommend doing. So I don't find it extremely uncomfortable, and I think it's something that is manageable. So I've had this bag for a little over 6 months. I would have to say the wear of it isn't the best. The leather is starting to show some signs of like indentation because it's a smooth calfskin leather, and it's really easy to leave some marks on it. Not permanent marks. I'm just starting to notice there's some like scuff marks here, which I'm sure it's easily like wipeable. Like you can just wipe it off because it's such a light color. But guys, I absolutely love this bag. It's such a pretty pink, soft pink color. It's very feminine looking, but with an edge of detail right here, the rock studs. I just think that's gorgeous. It's really pretty. I purchased this bag because for a long time I really wanted the Chanel boy bag, but honestly I wasn't really I'm not really into it anymore because I feel like it just it is really classic, but I don't think it's worth the price because Chanel has kind of gone crazy with their prices. And I think just what I've heard with Chanel, the quality keeps going down, the prices keep going up, and every person literally has a Chanel boy bag, and I only really like the Chanel boy bag in the black and the silver hardware, or like the really deep red color, which I don't really see anymore. But anyway, so I think this is a really great alternative to the Chanel boy bag because of the shape. So how you open this is you just click these two together, and then the lock pops open. And then when you open it, this is what it looks like inside. Again, it's very small. I got the question, someone asked me if it fits an iPhone 6 Plus. I have an iPhone 6 Plus here, and you can see it fits really well and it has a lot of room left on either side. So there is a smaller size to this bag. That one is called the mini, I believe. This is actually the small size, but as you can see, it's already very small. I saw the smaller size in person, and I just wasn't really a functional bag in my opinion. It's not as small as like the micro Peekaboo from Fendi, but it's definitely like a very small bag that I thought it would just not be like useful at all. So I went with the small size. Still, it's really small already. So just for reference, here is my phone. I can probably fit like a small size wallet in here, which I don't have with me. So you can probably fit like another wallet in here, and then that's about it. Maybe like a hand cream and then like a few lip glosses or something. So that's about all you can fit in this bag, and then you just close it. Inside the bag you have a zipper pull in the back here. The pocket is it's very small as well, so you can't really fit much in it. And then you have a little pocket envelope thing like right here. You can maybe stick some cards in there. That's about it. So I do prefer to wear this bag on my shoulder, but also does really well crossbody too. Just when you want your bag to be more secure, I just put it in front of my body. Yeah, it's really nice. I highly recommend this one. I really like it. Also, just really quickly, since I'm putting this bag away, how I store it ideally is I put the chain inside the bag so the chain doesn't get pressed against the bag and leave any more indentations. And then I just take another stuffing paper and make sure the bag is stuffed so it holds its shape, so it doesn't get flat, you know. Just a side note, I store all my bags away from the sun in a dry place so the leather do really well and preserve its original shape and quality. Okay, next handbag I've done an in-depth review about on my channel, so I will link that on the screen right now. If you're interested, definitely check that one out. But it is my Louis Vuitton Alma BB, and I have this in the color Rose Indian. But I will just quickly go over it. I bought this right before I graduated college. Maybe not right before, but before I graduated college. And this bag is in the vernis leather, again in Rose Indian. This bag does not have any micro shimmers up close, unlike other vernis leathers that Louis Vuitton do. It does come with a leather strap as well. The strap is quite long, but By the way, I'm 5'4", so for reference, that's how the bags hit me on my body. This one does come down to right where my hip is as well. This bag is really nice, and I have this in the gold hardware, which I don't think they actually have this bag in silver hardware. The bag doesn't open very much, so that's why I think not a lot fits in here. That's what gives the bag like kind of the pyramid shape, if you will. And then there's like a stopper on the side, so if you pull the bag open, nothing will like kind of just fly out. There's one little pocket on the back, and that's about it in terms of like compartments inside the bag. There's nothing else. What's this? Oh, this is a Fendi tag. I don't know why that's in there. This bag specifically is made in France, which is cool. Inside the bag, it's not leather lined, it's just like a microfiber material. This bag is one of the most resilient bags in the world. For some reason, I think because of the fact that it's vernis leather, I thought it would be really high maintenance and it would require a lot of attention and babying. But no, I've taken this bag for a lot of things and I've just kind of like carry it. I'm not one to really baby my bags, which is kind of bad sometimes, but you'll see in like one of my other handbags, I absolutely destroyed it. But this one is really resilient to scratches, to any kind of stains. I do have to say, if you get any kind of like permanent stain on the bag, on this bag, it's game over. Because it's vernis, it will just kind of imprint into the leather and you'll never be able to get it out. That's just the way it is. Like, yeah, you just won't be able to get it out. But if it's something that you can quickly wipe off and it won't stain the bag, then you'll be fine. And it's really nice to scratches. It doesn't, you know, scratch easily at all. It's so cute. It's such a pretty like color, I think. It's such a rich, vibrant color. I love the rose Indian color. I highly recommend you checking it out. I don't think lighting is doing it too much justice right now. I think it's showing up way more red on camera for some reason. It's not this red. It's like a really rich pink color. It's really beautiful. You can always remove the straps and just use it as a top handle. I think it would be a beautiful evening bag. It's definitely a pop of color. It's very young looking, but I think it's gorgeous regardless because of like how luxurious the vernis leather looks. Okay, this next bag I actually inherited from my mom, or I kind of pretty much stole it, and this is the MCM bag. I actually don't know what this bag is called at all. I just kind of call it like the Boston bag. It's kind of like a speedy shape, but it's like a Boston kind of bag. You see what I'm saying? And this is like vintage. This was, she bought this like almost, I would probably say like, no, not 20, maybe like 10, 15 years ago. Definitely 10 years ago. And she bought this in Tokyo. Back then, MCM wasn't as big as it is now. I mean, it's still really not that big now, but you know, it had like a recent comeback. So this bag is really kind of old, but I like this bag because I like the way it looks. I really like the color of this. I think it's really like versatile. It can go with almost everything. And I like the fact that it's older, so I don't really have to care about it that much. You know what I mean? Like if I were to go like to amusement park, I would bring this, or like somewhere where I don't have to care about the bag at all, I would just bring this. So I actually end up wearing this bag a lot, and it's a really great size. So it's a one big zip pull around the entire bag, and then when you open it, this is what it looks like inside. There's one zipper compartment here, and then there's like one pocket here, and then there's just a big hole in the middle. And then there's like some kind of stopper here on the side. I mean, for how old this bag is, I think it's doing really well. Only like minor details is a little bit falling apart. Like for example, the stitching is coming out. Obviously visible wears on the bag, but again, I think just adds to the bag. I really don't care about it. I can carry a lot in this bag. As you can see, it's quite a big hole. Like I can fit a lot in here. The original strap of this bag actually broke on me. So I went to the MCM store, and they actually don't sell straps separately, but I went to the Soho store. They were so nice, and they just ended up giving this strap to me. So yeah, I'm really grateful that they did that for me. They're so nice. Check out their store, by the way. Really nice people in there. I'm sure you'll get amazing service. Even for a vintage bag like this, they still help me out. Before we move on to my bigger bags, I do have one clutch that I want to share with you guys. This is like the only clutch that I have. I'm talking about the YSL, I don't even know what this is called, like clutch basically. I don't have the patent leather one though. I do have like the regular one. I actually ordered this from the New Jersey outlet, Woodbury or something, and this is like one of their last ones, and I wanted the black color or something neutral, but black was their like most non-crazy color, and I got it for a very good price. Can't remember exactly how much, but I'm pretty sure it was like under $500, so I thought that was really good price. And this is a very, very basic, it's kind of just like an envelope. You open it up, there's a black hole in there, and there is a little bit of a pocket. Maybe you can stick a card in there or something. For reference, again, here is my iPhone 6 Plus. It can fit that very comfortably. You can see how big that is. So I can fit this in here, and then maybe like a card holder, a lip gloss or something when I'm going out. Really like how it's understated and you can't really see the embossed logo, but it is visible. I usually just carry it in my hands like this if I'm walking, or like under my arm if I need my hands to do something. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to my bigger bags. I guess we have to start with my OG Givenchy Antigna bag. This looks really huge on camera, maybe because I'm sitting really close, but this is the medium size handbag, and I've had this for a long time. Let's see, I think I bought this bag maybe sophomore or junior year of college, and I ended up wearing it a lot for like however long I had in college as well. I carried everything in this. I carried my MacBook Air in this. I carried books in here. Oh, there's some stuff in there right now. When I went to London, this is one of the only bags that I brought. This is my ride or die. This is just, I've said this a lot. This bag has been through so much with me. I use this to death. It's just so functional. It holds everything, and it has like a strap, so if it gets heavy, you just, you know, carry it on your shoulder. It's just always reliable and you can count on it. I also did a separate video on this bag, and in that video I mentioned that I've kind of ruined the handle a bit. I think I carried too much in it. The handle kind of broke here. It was cracking on the inside of the handle, so I contacted Givenchy and they actually replaced it for me. They replaced both handles, the front and back. They also replaced the hardware on the zipper because it was starting to, like, I don't know, like it was starting to change color. The handles are not perfect. However, I am starting to kind of notice a little bit of cracking again on the inner parts of the handles. I think it just needs some kind of leather conditioning. There's a zipper pull right here, and then there is one elastic something here, and then like another pocket on this side as well. So 3 pockets inside the bag, and then otherwise you just have a huge hole. My bag is such a mess right now inside, but you get the idea. It can hold a lot. So this bag, I have it in the, okay, so it's not the pebble gold skin, but it's not the smooth shiny skin either. And the hardware on this bag, it's like a butter gold. It's not like as of a yellow gold as the Louis Vuitton bag. Under some lights it even looks silver, but it is actually a gold. It's just very, very light colored gold, which I like. And it's definitely the most used and abused bag in my collection. Next in my collection is actually a gift. Every other handbag I bought myself, with the exception of the MCM bag I stole from my mom. This, however, was a very generous gift, and it is a Chanel vintage jumbo flap bag. This is a single flap with the classic CC interlock with the gold hardware. So something to note about this bag is that, first of all, it is vintage. It's held up really well in my opinion, given its age. I think this bag was made in like 1995, so it's quite old. But it's still in pretty good condition. I mean, the corners are still doing pretty well. I don't know if you can see that. And I love this bag, you guys. First of all, like I said earlier, I think the vintage Chanel bags are just better quality in general. Other than that, there are a few things that I really like. To my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, the hardware on the vintage bag are not plated. So for example, this is gold hardware. This is not gold plated hardware. This is solid gold. If I'm wrong, please let me know. So that means that the chain is solid gold. This lock thing is solid gold. It is a single flap, and I like this bag because it's just very classy. I mean, look it. It's just very classy. It just looks good, like on the shoulder. You know what I mean? If you just Google vintage Chanel jumbo flap, you'll see like Victoria Beckham has this bag, and she wears it to perfection. And then there's a couple of celebrities that have the exact same bag. So anyway, you open this up. It is single flap, and it's just one big compartment here. There's one pocket in the back. Don't know if you can see that. And then there's one zipper compartment. You can put something important in there. On the back, there is also like a little pocket here. I usually just put my phone in here. because it's easily accessible. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this bag. It's just really classic. It is the only Chanel that I have in my collection. Like I mentioned earlier, I think Chanel's are really crazy with their prices nowadays. I mean, I love to own like a medium classic flap bag, but those are so expensive now. I think they're like $5,000 or $6,000. I do not think it's worth it. I really don't. And boy bags are absolutely beautiful. I love the hardware on the boy bags, but I think they're a little bit played out. It's just my opinion. I mean, I'd love to own one. If you give me one, I'll take it. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I can go and spend $5,000 or $6,000 on a bag that I've seen a lot, and I don't know. I'm not that in love with it to spend that much money on it. Okay, next up, you might have seen this bag on my channel, but I took that video down since because I wanted to sell this bag at one point, but obviously I didn't because I still have it. And this is my Celine trapeze bag, and I have this in the bi colorway, and I believe the actual official name of the color is called Orage, but it's a very beautiful muted blue, coming up pretty true on camera right now. Absolutely beautiful bag. This is lambskin here, and it's suede flaps. It has silver hardware. It's just a very classic trapeze bag. I'm sure you've seen a trapeze bag before. I believe this is the medium size. I do get that question quite a bit. Hardware just opens like this, and then you click that, and it opens up like this. Inside, I believe it's lined with calfskin, so this is a bag that's entirely leather. This is a bag that you have to be careful, don't put any sharp objects inside so it doesn't scratch up the leather inside. And when you open the bag, there is a flap right here, and you can put some cards in here or hold your phone in here, whatever you wish to do. And then otherwise, it's just a huge bucket. Trapeze bags are notorious for its like difficulty of use, and I do agree with that. It is very difficult to get in and out of. I try not to open this much because it is like, it gets everywhere, it just flaps around. It's not very functional, but it is absolutely beautiful. So what I usually do is I kind of keep things around this corner here, and I just kind of access the back here. It like avoids me from opening it from the front, you know what I mean? Other than that, there's also a zipper in the back. That's where I would like keep my phone or like a credit card, so I don't ever really need to open my bag ever. I love the strap, by the way. The length of the strap is a really big selling point for me because it hits just so well on my body. It's like right, the bottom of the bag, sorry, I'm wearing pajamas. The bottom of the bag hits right where your hip is. Right where your hip begins almost, so it's just really flattering to carry. Last but certainly not the least, this is probably one of my most favorite handbags ever. Ugh. The time when I got this handbag, I kind of was over bags for a bit, and when I saw the existence of this bag, my love for handbags just kind of revitalized, and I was like, oh my god. This is my Fendi Peekaboo. And I have this bag in the size medium. This is the older version because if you go into Fendi now and you look for this bag, the stitching is different, the leather is different. This is smooth leather, and the color combination is milk and coral. I have a twilly scarf wrapped around the handle just because the handle is the color of the entire bag. It's a milk color, so I want to protect the handle. I don't want it to get discolored. That's why I have a scarf on it. Also, it just adds a little bit more color to this white bag. I know it's really risky to get a white bag, but I really like how it's just so pretty. I mean, look at it. It's white, but I mean, Peekaboo, it's coral inside. It's so gorgeous, and white is actually my favorite color. The hardware is silver, which makes it even better in my opinion because it's just like more casual. It's not, you know, as like serious. As the bag starts to get older, it will kind of slouch here, and the pop of coral will start to peek through even more. I'm really excited for that to happen. It's just one single handle. There are two compartments inside, separated by this middle piece right here. My Peekaboo inside is leather as well, but then there are also ones with canvas. There's so many variations, and then there is a strap that comes with it. This strap is so freaking long, by the way. I went to Fendi and I asked them to create more holes on the strap for me because I am a little bit shorter. I'm 5'4" again, so I need this bag to kind of hit where I want it to hit. I kind of want it to hit where the trapeze would hit me on my body, so that's where I wanted. But it ended up with this much of strap, so I'm thinking about getting this cut off or something. There's something I have to do about it, but luckily it is removable. Again, I always like the option of having the strap rather than not, just because if I get tired carrying it, I can rely on my shoulder. But I do think that this bag is, you know, gorgeous without the strap. Okay, so inside the bag, this is what it looks like. It doesn't open that wide really, and I like to keep it open like this. I don't like to, because there are buckles on the side here where you can close the bag entirely. The two can be closed like this and it would just look like that. Imagine this tucked in like that. So as you can see, it's a very, very different look than just letting it loose, you know, letting it all hang out. It's very, very different look. Oh my god, my arm's getting tired. So weak. Okay, so anyway, the two sides are completely identical with the exception of the front side where you have a zipper and the metal plate in there, and the plate just says Fendi made in Italy. Okay guys, that is my entire handbag collection. I hope you liked that video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and leave me any questions that you may have about any of my handbags or anything just in general, and I will make sure to get back to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. I do makeup videos, handbag videos. That's about it. Yeah, subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.